quick hit time. I'm zmoT. It is Imitation Game Day. But first, check this out. On Reddit yesterday, if you're not sure what Reddit is, check the description below or the comments. I'll post a link. Drew has posted saying the next update is scheduled for June. It's now June 1st. Obviously, he didn't mean like right this minute, but on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm going to be checking my game very, very early. They tend to drop things on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That way they have the rest of the week to iron out any bugs that might come up or be online, that sort of thing. So that's awesome. They say it won't be the huge end game stuff, but there is going to be some operation stuff. Don't know what that means. Maybe new bases, new levels. I don't know what else it could possibly be, really. That's, don't know. Maybe a new task force search feature. There's a whole lot of stuff they could do. Like, I'd love to be able to filter based on amount of intel, filter based on only show available. Showing when I'm trying to find a task force and it suggests task forces that are full, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It also doesn't make sense to show me ones that are like maybe if I could filter based on half full or something like that, or has intel or more than 20 ops in the last 30 days, something along those lines would be fantastic. I have no idea what Drew's hinting at there, but it sounds pretty awesome to me. Let's move along about the most formidable mercenary bases. Now, I'd love to see them make these messages a little bit more dynamic. We've seen this exact screen about 500 times, and Imitation Game needs some love. Please, please, Supercell, show some love to Imitation Game. I've attacked Thomas probably 20 times at this point. Even if they just add new bases or something like that would be fantastic. I'd love to get like the ability to attack top players or people to attack Ryan from Reddit, or like just randomly pull people in from the forums. Hey, we're gonna load your base, or Discord, or Reddit, or forums, or just it'd be kind of neat to show like, hey, drive traffic to the forums by saying, hey, anyone who posts in this message has a chance to have their base in Imitation Game or something. I don't know. Just would be nice not to have the same bases over and over and over and over again. Because this squiggle dude, your base is good, but it's just getting a bit boring. And that's like, I get it that people are demanding new stuff and new content and new ops and all that. But it'd be nice if they just tweaked their existing stuff a little bit as well. Might not make people as happy, but I'd really like to see Dr. T have a different shaped island every once in a while, or have a prototype once in a while, or just little changes and tweaks would make the daily events much more fun for me. I mean, War Factory is by far the most searched daily event on YouTube that I've seen, based on my video hits anyways, and the reason is because it's a little bit more dynamic than these bases, I think. So maybe because it's a little bit more challenging, but nonetheless, I'm on a bit of a tangent here, just trying to stay on the Boom Beach topic for once in my life. Just shocking things, shocking. Everspark's critters keeping all of our troops alive and well. Unlocking Everspark is a complete game changer. I mean, Brick is good at low levels. Kavan is not terrible at low levels. But once you get Smoke and you can get Everspark, that's when the fun really starts. Like level 37 or so, if you can grind it out till then, you can start having lots and lots of fun. Where are we at? Squiggle, Mick, Squiggle. We're going to do a side drop. Side drops are one of the most important drops you can learn. I was watching OP destroy Op, as his wife calls him. And I never know if it's OP or Op, but as soon as she called him Op, I was confused. So, nonetheless, she was trying to figure out how to drop her warriors, and once she figured out that side drop, where you just do a nice, slow, controlled drop left to right, it just changes the game for you. It makes things so much easier. And when you first couple times you do it, you're all like super tappy, and then once you figure it out, you can just tap like watch how slow I have to drop smokes here. Like, smoke. Then we flare. We got lots of time to flare. We got the flare. Things are moving. We're getting our smoke spot ready. dropping our smoke. And then we're going to drop 2 smokes at the end just to be super careful. Like, none of this stuff happens fast. Once you figure it out, the game just slows down and becomes much more enjoyable, and you can do a lot more and have it. You lose far, far fewer troops. So we're going to lose a couple to that mortar probably right there. Nope, didn't lose any to that mortar. So we lost 1 troop, and it was just a simple, slow walk up the side. So even if you have no troop damage or no troop health, if you can get enough GBE to get there, you can take down most bases. So work on your side drops on those unopposed beaches or cold beaches or whatever you want to call them. They're very, very useful. Where do we want to go against rudimented? I'm going to park right here because then I can get a little bit of free GBE. I'm going to barrage the sculptor because it's got a boom mine around it. It's got 2 boom mines around it, and that should help us a little bit. So the barrage gets us some GBE back. The artillery should get us a couple GBE back. Oh, did not take down the sawmill with my baby GBE. That's a little bit unfortunate. The other drop is where you have an anchor. See how these buildings are holding our troops in place? Like, if you can just use those flags as your first flare, you'll do wonderful, wonderful things. And then just walk between the buildings, and hopefully everything goes well. But I find that people just overcomplicate the game. I realize that drop looked like it was hard or something to some people, but I promise you it's not. Just give it a shot. I've only got 3 shocks, so we're going to use a universal remote to kind of help us buy a moment or two. 1, 2, and 3 maybe, and medkits for days. Kaboom, kabang, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Where's it from? Stage 5, down, down, down. I know that it's kind of in a weird spot. Look, oh no, they all masterpiece layout. Don't ever do that. It's kind of a weird spot. Oh, crystal, because there's a lot of low-level players that watch, a lot of high-level players that watch. So trying to get that balance of explaining the obvious things that I find to be obvious is a little bit awkward at times. So if I'm talking down to you, please know I'm not talking down to you. Stage 6. See how like all the mines are up the middle? Like there's a whole bunch of mines hidden up the middle. We don't want to go anywhere near that. So what I'm going to do instead is just do my side drop. Shock launcher does not... Oh, look at that, I got a bottle! The copyright claims are bogus. Laser is unique, original, and the coolest possible name for our beam weapons. Dawn from marketing. So, grappler should possibly be out of range. You can kind of see the difference where the sand goes to dark. It's right about where this rock is here that you can't really see, or where this rock is over here. So, should be okay. Should not need any smoke. We're going to smoke. We're going to shock here. Let's just walk it up. Why I have Everspark loaded, I don't know. I'm going to drop Everspark at the last possible second. Because if you drop her early on, A, she walks faster, and B, her critters are going to lose the delay for you. And I'm probably going to lose the delay anyways, but if we drop Everspark, we can get, before the smokes are out, we can guarantee we would have lost it. So, just trying our best to keep that fabled delay. I don't know if I can call it fabled or not, but just a reminder of that when that game Fable was huge. That was a while ago now. 1, 2, 3. Probably used 1 too many smokes, but we're gonna have 3 shocks anyways. So let's mark this. I marked it too late. So hopefully Everspark re-targets. Don't actually know if she will, but oh good, perfect. That rocket launcher that is of no use to us. That's great. Thanks, Everspark. And this is why you don't bring Everspark on your walks. Rick would have had that down much quicker, but again, we only lost 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 Zookas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 Zookas. Another crystal? What? This is an epic day. I need to talk like this more often. It's totally... let's see here. Frags. Intel, frags. No. Look at that. 2 crystals. 5 and 6. Let's keep it going. Let's get a crystal on stage 7. We're on a crystal run. If you've never heard of a crystal run, it is a thing. It happens on occasion. We're going to dumb this down. Let's make this simple. Rocket launcher does range. We want to get rid of that. Shock launcher, maybe. Probably not, actually. So we're going to get rid of some things just to make this as simple as we possibly can. As long as Everspark doesn't eat it, we're okay here. Come on. Look at that. I love the ninja hacks. Those are some of the funnest of the hacks. Uh-oh, don't hit that boom mine. Please don't hit that boom mine. So we've got... I'm going to push the button here. I think she's going to target that rocket launcher. I don't know why it's marked, actually, but it should work out for us pretty well. We're going to try the... Oh, double hack, re-smoke. Love it. Oh, but... Are we going to have enough GBE to get that rocket launcher? If we can pull this off to get that rocket launcher too. Oh, another ninja hack. I love it. This was like perfect hackisms. I can't even get over how perfect that was. Everything about the hacks in that attack were basically ideal. I'm going to get rid of the boom mine. Should I get some free GBE? You know what? Let's do that. Let's just sacrifice a few girls here, and we will take out a couple sniper towers. I'd really, really like to get at least one barrage out, or a couple more artillery out, just to get rid of some more of these mines. I think that should do it. Let's run away. I don't know if anyone can follow that, if the low levels can follow that necessarily, because there's quite a bit of GBE used. But if you use RZM on the shore, you can do that for sure. Just make sure, man, that was like a perfect hack attack. I'm really happy with that. That turned out absolutely perfect. So next up, we're going to get rid of this machine gun and then hit core. And we're going to do that with Brick, because Brick is much, much better for core hits. Brick is the expert at core hits. So we're going to go straight into that, into Imitation Game, stage 7 of 7. And, I'm going to clear this mine. Probably don't need to do that, but we're going to do it anyways, just to be overly cautious. And I realize I'm probably overusing barrage, but it's so hard to figure out when to use barrage and artillery. I know that it's not that hard. It's not actually all that hard at all, but I just tend to use barrage because I like the way it clears mines, and I like that's one of the only places in the game that I actually enjoy the random number generator is with barrage. I like the fact that barrage is random. It makes things a little bit tricky, and I like it a little bit tricky. Obviously, the random number generator is a little bit frustrating in other parts of the game, but in the barrage aspect, I actually quite enjoy it. 1, 2. Getting right into there. Actually might have pulled that off perfectly, I think. This attack is going swimmingly, as they say on somewhere. I'm sure they say that somewhere, right? Boom. Stage 7 against Vico 39. Good night. That was one of the better setup and finish hits that I've had on stage 7, for sure. I mean, all those hacks were basically perfect. I'm pretty happy with that. No crystal, though, sadly. But nonetheless, that is it. That's all. If you're looking for a task force, we're going to go with Miner 9 today. I'm going to try to feature a different task force each video, maybe. Miner 9 is a little bit lacking for numbers. They are one of our task forces that do not require any boost whatsoever. They're doing deep cut, and they've got room for you anywhere down from a level 48 up to a max player. If you are trying to build powder, they are a great place to go because you don't actually need to boost. So great place with some pro players. 1235 VP. Well done, War Factory. Tiki G. I know a bunch of these players. I am in this task force, but I do not spend a lot of time there. So please jump in there, come say hi, and show them some love. They would love to have you. So I'm zmoT. This was Imitation Game for June the 1st. One more time, in case you just joined us. I don't think that's even possible, by the way, but there is a update coming for June. It looks like it's going to be a small one with something to do with operations. The fact that they say fan of operations makes me think that it's going to be more towards bases. Maybe they're going to incorporate the new prototypes into the... Could you imagine Redline with like a front row of zmoTs? That would be a nightmare. But anyways, something new is coming. It's going to be good, hopefully, and keep your eyes peeled because it's... Oh, that was a perfect green statue. Goodbye, perfect green statue. Anyways, I'm zmoT, Imitation Game. Hope you had fun. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you something about something. Anyways, that's it. I'm out. Talk to you soon. Peace.